Ready, go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. We are ready for next protest. Nnamdi Kanu list criteria to join. We are ready for next protest. Nnamdi Kanu list criteria to join. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu has revealed that they are ready for the next phase of the protest, which he has termed the revolution. Nnamdi Kanu, who made this known in series of posts, reiterated that the more merchants of repression in Nigeria continue to suppress the will for freedom in a population, the more the desire for freedom flourishes. Nnamdi Kanu also gave qualifications for those who will join the next protest during the upcoming second phase of the NSAS protest. Palliative chasers, people who are beholden to their primitive tribal sentiment, religious morons, and the gullible are not welcome. The revolution that is coming is for the mentally tough and resilient, not for zoo animals who are easily deceived with ethnicity, tribe, or religion. If you are not a revolutionary, please do not come out. Nnamdi Kanu said, the merchant of repression in Nigeria should note that it never works. You cannot suppress the will for freedom in a population that is fed up of being slaves. The more you repress, the more the desire for freedom flourishes. Biafra shall come, Oduduwa shall come, Middle Belt shall be free, the brace falling at Lekki and Obigbo shall not be in vain. Age-old barriers to our freedom in Nigeria, such as tribal sentiment, religion, ethnicity, emotional blackmail, used by corrupt politicians, agents of neo-colonialism in government houses, corrupt media, and compromised traditional rulers, to hold the masses down by deceiving the gullible and ill-informed, has been broken down for good. They can no longer count on their age-old lies to keep dividing us. The unity exhibited by the Nigerian youth during the first phase of the NSAS protest is testimony to this fact. During the upcoming second phase of the NSAS protest, palliative chasers, people who are beholden to their primitive tribal sentiment, religious morons, and the gullible are not welcome. The revolution that is coming is for the mentally tough and resilient, not for zoo animals who are easily deceived with ethnicity, tribe, or religion. If you are not a revolutionary, please do not come out. We are ready. Are you? Nnamdi Kanu asked. Since the white man came to our beloved continent and turned our society and reasoning upside down, every successive generation has lived and died in morbid fear of their own government that is meant to serve them. Frankly speaking, no African citizen has ever experienced freedom in its truest sense, because white Europeans, not Africans, are not the ones that created the unnatural colonial and post-colonial enclaves we ignorantly call nations in Africa today, including the greatest zoo of them all, Nigeria. An abomination amalgamated by a white British soldier of fortune and named by a drunken white woman. The frightened and deeply traumatized people we have become in Africa today is as a result of what the European creators determined that our life should be. Africans are not in charge of their lives or destiny. This prevailing racist, Eurocentric, white supremacist orthodoxy has only been challenged twice in the history of modern Africa. The first time was Biafra, the second being the Answers Protest Revolution. Until a government becomes afraid of the people, a feat only momentarily achieved at the height of the Answers Protest, we all are slaves, regardless of your education, status, or standing in the society. We forget that if we die as slaves in Nigeria today, our children automatically become enslaved themselves, and so will their children. The time to fight for our collective freedom is now, regardless of your tribe, ethnicity, or religion. Nnamdi Kanu wants Buhari over Biafra referendum. Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has revealed that they are ready for the next phase of the protest, which he has termed revolution. Nnamdi Kanu, who made this known in series of posts, reiterated that the more merchants of repression in Nigeria continue to suppress the will for freedom in a population, the more the desire for freedom flourishes. Nnamdi Kanu also gave qualifications for those who will join the next protest. During the upcoming second phase of the Answers protest, palliative chasers, people who are beholden to their primitive tribal sentiment, religious morons, and the gullible are not welcome. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news.